Okay.
And we got Joe Strickland on the Zoom call coming live from Indianapolis, four-star defensive end, Brobuff High School, Brobuff Brave, Joe. And let's start there. I watched the game, the state title game. Just kind of just give us a quick summation of your high school career and what you were able to achieve and just what you thought of it.
I thought it was a pretty decent year. Definitely just for the team at least. We've only gone to state 3 times ever, including this year. And I was at that past state game my 8th grade year, and it was pretty exciting being there myself, seeing myself on that field. You got out all the jitters during the week, and I told all my teammates I don't want to see anybody staring into space on Friday, and to get all that out when we had practice during that week. So I definitely think it went okay overall wise. If you want to hear more about that.
Well, you came up a little short
Right.
against your future teammate Brady Allen, and but you got a chance in that game to tackle him for his safety. Just kind of relive that moment for us, and if you said anything to Brady when you were taking him down for the 2-point loss.
Right. Yeah. So it was pretty nice sacking him. I think that was one of 2 I had that night, but it was a big one when I had that safety. And yeah, I mean, I told him he needs to throw the ball faster. And he did that the second half, obviously. So, yeah.
You're always going to have that to hold over him, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah. At least I'll have that.
But he's going to have bragging rights on. You're going to have to live with that now for 4 years.
Yeah. But I mean, that's, I can still say I sacked him twice. I hit him like 5 times over the night. He tried to run an inside zone, I think, or a QB sneak up the middle twice. It didn't work either time. But yeah, I hit him enough. I think that'll be the last time I hit him on purpose.
I guess it better be, right? Hey,
yeah.
Kind of give Boilermaker fans an idea of what type of player you are and what to expect from you.
Day 1, January 10th is when I start classes. So, I mean, I'll be in class, I'll be lifting, and I'll be doing whatever I need to do to get myself on the field that same day. I move in, which will be, I think, on a Sunday. From day 1, I'll probably just do whatever I can to beat out the guys in front of me, to lift up the teammates around me. I'll be one of the youngest on the team then, me, Brady, and a couple other guys that are coming in early. So you'll definitely expect everything I can, doing my power to get to, where George is or even further than that. Definitely.
And Joe, you're coming to start, right? You want to start from day 1, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't? Yeah. Yep.
Hey, and then you talked about George Karloftis. Just talk about what Karloftis meant to you, what role he played in your recruitment, and just maybe what you gleaned from watching him for a couple of years, I guess, on the field.
Right. At first, I mean, I played him my freshman year actually, so it was pretty cool. Just growing up, I guess, going through high school, seeing him excel. I never knew I'd play with him. I didn't think I would my freshman year, but after playing against him, but it's pretty cool now that I'll be right behind him. He's leaving, but that doesn't really change anything for me. Yeah, so I mean, I've been on the phone with him plenty of times, especially in those months during the summer, trying to figure out where I'm going to school. He always kept it real with the coaches, the negatives, the positives. Even with other schools, telling me about his experience definitely helped me make my decision. It was one of the parts in making my decision, just mentoring me through that, just separating through all the BS and all the reality stuff. That definitely helped.
You talked about making that decision, Joe. Why Purdue for you? Why when you came time for you to make your decision, why Purdue?
Definitely. I mean, I was talking to some of my buddies about this the other day, and people say, why not Stanford? I mean, I can get a top 10 engineering school an hour away. And to me, I mean, that really doesn't, I mean, there's nothing better than that. IU doesn't have that. Notre Dame doesn't have that. So obviously that's one of the 2/3 of the reason. Other than that, it's the program overall, Coach Hagan, coach and the strength coaches. And I mean, I've been talking to the head strength coach for a while now. I probably talk to him every other day up until my commitment. Now I talk to him once a week. So he was definitely a major reason. I mean, he showed me on the whiteboard what he'll do for me, what he's done for guys that are currently there, guys who are going to the league. It was pretty set in stone once I saw some of that stuff. And to keep it honest, that first official visit I had in June, I told my parents, I said, Purdue's going to be hard to beat. And that's just because of, I mean, everything they showed me. So, yeah.
And your mother's a Purdue grad, right? And your dad played basketball at Auburn. Is that right?
Yep. My dad.
Talk about your parents a little bit.
Nice. And then my mom went to Purdue. She's from Newcastle, Indiana. I think my grandpa went to Purdue too, on my mom's side. So that didn't really play a major reason. Honestly, I mean, she never really pressed about Purdue. I mean, obviously she liked Purdue, but she never was like, you need to go to Purdue. Parents might do that, but my mom never really did that. She just wanted what was best for me. And yeah, I mean, there was a point in time where, I mean, just ranking it out, Purdue overall just wasn't where I was going to be, but that was like 2 years ago. After everything came down, it was obvious between my whole family where I wanted to go and where I needed to be. So, yeah.
Are you familiar with the defensive end tradition Purdue's got going back to the 90s, the 2000s with guys like T.K. O'Keefer and Anthony Spencer and Cliff Averill, guys like that?
Right. So, yeah, I mean, recently I definitely have been. Before I wasn't that familiar. I knew they had the den of defensive ends, but I wasn't really aware of everything that they produced in the past. People ask like what DNs they've produced, and I mean, I have a list of names now, just by networking, going there on visits, and just roaming the campus, honestly, meeting guys, meeting old DNs, George, obviously. Yeah, I mean, now I'm really aware of the tradition. And Hagan was there during a third or 2/3 of that tradition. So that really, once I put those two together, I mean, it was really no other option other than Purdue.
Yeah, Mark's a good coach. He'll get the most out of it. I know George thinks the world of him, and he's worked at some high-profile places. So lastly, Joe, I guess you want to study engineering, huh?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
You know what type you'd like to pursue?
I'm gonna try to go into civil, construction management or CEM. I'm pretty sure that's what they call it, construction engineering management. And then other than that, it's just backups would be like stuff like anything in the Cranner School of Business or something that involves engineering and business. That'll be my degree. I mean, it's nothing set in stone, but I'm pretty sure out of those two, it'll probably be one of those two things or both.
You're off to a good start. It sounds like, Joe. Hey, we appreciate you giving us some of your time. We look forward to getting to know you better, sir. And we're sure we'll meet here at some point.
Yes, sir. Hopefully.